I look so fucking cute. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Oosh. I look fucking da 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 da. And Macarena. Hey, slay. Okay, I got distracted by my own beauty. Do you ever have a crush on somebody and then you're like, fuck, it's gonna suck when you find out I'm evil? That happens to me like all the goddamn time, because I was out in like, it doesn't help that I'm one of those people that just falls in love like for no fucking reason, just unprovoked. Like, for example, earlier today, I was literally writing in my fucking art journal just all sorts of, oh, I love you, I'll never stop loving you, you will always have a place in my soul. And then, like, by the time I got home from walking from where I was eating lunch and journaling at, I have feelings for someone else, someone new. I had to get home and be like, oh my god, y'all, I found a new bisexual with shiny hair, because it's usually always a bisexual with shiny hair. If they aren't bisexual with shiny hair, they usually have a fat ass or autism or slightly psychopathic, but in a way that kind of resonates with me. God bless their souls. Oh, yes. Don't worry. Not too many psychopathic ones, usually. Also, look at my earrings. Quick fit check. Beautiful ring, ruby. Cute earrings, lip gloss, that matches this, that matches this, that matches the bling over here, the gold, and then the gold with the more rhinestones, and I'm wearing gold waist beads that you can't see, and I'm wearing a very cute purple skirt. Sorry, just quick fit check. But yeah, I don't know, do you ever go on dates with somebody and you're just like, wow, it's so funny how you don't know that I'm evil? You do not know the inner workings of my mind. The inner workings of my mind are truly an enigma, and you will not know. Like, it's one of those things where I usually don't tell people I date in my social media, because 1, mind your fucking business. 2, yeah, that's it. It's so funny, I'm a hypocrite though. I usually look through the people I'm dating social media. Like, if it's not before I meet them, then it's usually like, give it like 1 or 2 dates and I've already found your Facebook that you forgot about from like 2013. I found your abandoned Nintendogs account. Like, I mean a Pokemon account. Wait, Neopets account. There we go. I'm very good at that type of shit. It's one of those things where, I don't know. I had a falling out with a friend recently because I got feelings for them, and it got very complex. It was 2 codependent people. One had a platonic obsession my way, and I had a more romantic one. And it's now, let's just say, in the climax of everything ending, they found out the hard way how it gets when it's really bad. Sometimes I want to tell people, but it's like, how do you even bring it up to people? Because, you know, like, I'll put it this way. A lot of people will still hide shit for no reason, even when they don't need to hide shit. Like, for example, I remember that when I was with that Riley guy last summer, you know, the guy who got me punched in the face by his fucking ugly-ass ex-girlfriend, who he was not even dating. They broke up. Like, he could have just simply told, like, I remember on our first date, I told him, I was like, oh, yeah, you know, I just got out of a relationship, like, maybe, like, 2 months ago or something like that, or like a month ago, I think. And he decided, oh, I'm gonna lie and say I've been broken up for a year. Why, if I have been single for a month, would I have an issue with you being single for a month? Anyway, his lie entirely changed the difference between like, oh, I'm moving out of my apartment, blah, blah, blah. Oh, if you want, you can stay the night because, you know, my ex is out of town and we're just friends anyway. Because it's like, that's a huge difference between like, if y'all have been broken up for a year, I'm going to truly believe you. If you've been broken up for a month, still room for shit to go down. And of course shit went down. I got a black nose and trauma, and that was not fun whatsoever. Or a little, it was a little fun, I gotta admit. I got to backhand a bitch and it went famous, went viral for like $1 million. I mean, 1 million views. That's pretty fucking nice. It's one of those things where it's like, I don't know. I don't know how to say it other than, do you ever have to come to just like the reality that you might not always be the best person? It's like, you know, when do you bring it up that it's like, hey, when I drink too much Mountain Dew, I feel like eating niggas' faces off, you know? You can't just pull that shit out in conversation. Unless it's like a really cool person, but even then they're gonna think you're joking. And then it's gonna get really weird when you finally drink Mountain Dew in front of them and you just start rapping and freestyling about Jeffrey Dahmer type shit. I'm just saying. And I know you're like, to me, are you kidding? Mostly. Like 95% kidding. But you can probably get a weird freestyle rap out of me on some Tyler the Creator shit. Oh, early Tyler the Creator before he rebranded into a more sunshiny person. It's like, when do you bring up that it's like, hey, I've dated people who threaten restraining orders on me, but they don't file them because ironically they like me too much. when do you bring that up? Is just like, do you just die, or do they just hear about it passively in conversation and then just like tuck it away? That has happened, like with my ex Liam. I forget if I ever told him or if he found out. I don't even remember when he found out. I don't think he gives a fuck. He truly doesn't. I told him several times before. I was like, hey, if you ever want to know anything about me, like, I've done some bad things in my life, and I think you might want to know about some of them. And if you don't, that's okay. But I'd like to give you the chance to truly know me as a person, because I know we're getting more serious as we date, and I wouldn't want you to feel like a facade or bamboozled or whatever the fuck. And he was like, nah, truly, I don't care. Because if you say you're not that, I trust that you're not that, and I love you. So it doesn't matter what you used to be. What matters is what you are now. And then it's no shock that with Liam, there has hardly been any fucking incident where I have ever had gone like full Jennifer's body or full Pearl from X or full, like, you know, you don't see me doing crazy shit his direction, because he's a respectful man. Mostly. He has his issues, he has his flaws, of course he does, but he never put me in a situation, or okay, during the first like year or so, like, I'll put it this way, I never, to this day, I could contact his family. It's been years. Me and him have fully stopped seeing each other. I fully could contact his family and say all sorts of shit that would guarantee me a nice spot in hell if I already didn't have one. But I didn't. But I still haven't, because I don't know. It's one of those things where it's like, just because I have a mentally ill brain doesn't mean I don't have a heart of gold. And I love Liam enough and what he did for me where I won't punish him. I want to do bad shit all the time. Several times I'm like, oh, I could go into an old job and just like purposely like destroy shit and then leave, mask and everything. But I choose not to, because it's like, hey, I could just stay at home and paint and talk to bad bitches on the internet. And that's what I usually decide to do. Anyway, I suppose I'm just wondering, like, sometimes I feel guilty if I get a crush. Because then one part of me is like, I shouldn't entertain this idea, and I shouldn't like that this cute person with nice shiny hair and bisexuality and like who's treating me like a person and decent, I don't think they deserve somebody who's gonna like stalk their Facebooks and Twitters and social medias and long lost deviant art accounts. I think they might deserve somebody who's a bit more like demure, sweet, wholesome, genuinely. But then I have to remind myself, I am demure, sweet, and wholesome. You know, I truly do care about people. Like, someone I know recently came out as trans, and I went out of their way to be like, hey, I got you a little care package of like some soaps and stuff, and here's some makeup advice and blah blah blah, because I wanted them happy. My recent friendship ending, despite how psychotic shit got, I found their address. And if you're like, how'd you find their address? The power of friendship. Let's just say I sent them a gift, because I was like, hey, I know you wanted to experiment with being seen as more feminine and you don't like having big hands, so I got you some big gemstone rings that seem to match your cool tone silver energy, and I hope you like them, and I truly loved you and still appreciate all you added into my life. I'm not a monster, you know? Mentally ill, not a monster. Even though some people could say very differently. I remember that guy I tormented for like 4 months last year in a weird mental breakdown episode. I still feel bad about that. He matched with me on Bumble eventually, because niggas still like me. But it's still like, you know, it was still sad. It was still sad. And I remember that when he came to an event and he saw me, he immediately left. I had to message him. I was like, you can come back. Swear on my life, I swear to God, God can strike me down right now. I will not fuck with you if you enter the room again. And so he got to perform. Was he nervous? Yeah. But now he kind of knows, like, okay, I don't have to hide from her. She has gotten over whatever mental episode she's gotten over, and she's okay. I'm one of those people where even if someone does me dirty, or depends on how dirty, you know? Some people need to fucking die and burn in hell. Like, some of you need fucking Saints Row 2 Carlos treatment, just fucking chain around the ankle, skinned in the streets, turned into fucking meat wasabi. I'm just saying. I don't respect some of you. Some of you need to kill yourselves. I'm just saying. Out of here. But otherwise, other people, like a friend of mine today, like the other day we talked for like 2 hours and we were gonna have another phone call and everything. They come to me when they're stressed out because they know it's like, okay, like there's still some sort of rapport there. Do they truly deserve my love and attention their way? Probably fucking not. Probably fucking, like, even I thought to myself, I was like, hey, like, I want someone who's consistently supportive, not just once in a blue moon supportive. That's not my style. I want someone where it's like, if I have good news, they smile and cheer for me. Not the type of person who's like, oh, well, okay. Like, fake ass shit. If I have someone in my life who, like, I'm going through it and they don't respond, I don't think they deserve the mercy of being called a friend. I don't know. Sometimes I think to myself it'd be easier to be a narcissist and just see people as like disposable items who can just do things for me. And funny enough, life always gets better when I do, but what can I say? Maybe it's the autism, maybe it's just believing that most people deserve to be cared for, but I truly don't believe people need to suffer more than they need to. I like to tell people, hi, I'm not interested in you, so we can't go on a date, but you seem very nice, because why? I don't want to lead them to think that they will have something with me just to get what I want in balance. Or like a million things like that. I can hurt people. I know how to in really good ways. Do I? I have, but let's just say even when I know that I can go really, 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 really horrible to someone's life, I don't. That's why we still have niggas that like I have done terrible things to, or even straight up despise to an extent, where it's like, hey, I know you're going through it with your family, hit me up, we can talk about how you're scared about the ICE raids and how you don't know how to talk to your sister about her self-harm. Or it's like, oh, okay, I know we've had a falling out, but I see that you're punching metal walls and crying on the floor, so if you need to talk, I'm here. It's one of those things where it's like, I don't know, it's like a flaw. Funny enough, I hate that I have that in me, where it's like, if someone's going through it, I want to help. If there's an insecurity, I want to help them. It's like whatever, it's like an enhanced version of those people who have a need to where they see a stray cat in the street, they want to be like, and they want to give it like meat or whatever and like pet it and take it home. It's like that, except with human beings. It's like, oh, if you're suffering, I want to make your life better. Except I'm going to need friends who actually want to make my life better. And the friend who I recently had who did, let's just say, as much as I loved them too much. They loved me too much, and things hit the fan. They were the person I was writing about and trying to get over today. I did really admire them. And also they're the person I sent the rings to. I really did admire them. I truly fucking do. In my heart and my soul, we should thank them, because they're one of the only reasons that I made it past winter and into summer. We should be very grateful that I met them. And I am. And I love them despite their flaws. And if we never talk again, well, I'll get disgusted by them and resent them. But I'll know deep down if they somehow unblocked me and wanted to talk to me like, Timidity, I'm heartbroken. Timidity, I'm sad. Timidity, I'm scared. They know that just like before, I would have a 7-hour phone call if it meant that by the end of it, they could at least feel 2% better. Because that's what happens when you like people. Sometimes I have to reckon with the fact that I'm not as evil as I thought or think. Flawed. I wouldn't say flawed. I wouldn't phrase it that way. But I would say, do I have my quirks? Absolutely. Do some of the quirks involve crimes? Yeah. It's nothing people can prove. And even then, people don't do shit. Like, I remember my ex, one of them. I remember this evil ass nigga. I was like, so you mean to tell me that I was tormenting you and saying all sorts of like fucked up evil ass shit in the group chats to your family, and every single member of your family is a part of the police department? Like 20 different members are your family, and all of them just didn't want to do shit? And he was like, nah, they figured you're nice enough, like, and we didn't want to fuck up your life. We figured it was already bad enough. It's like, yeah. Even though that same ex-boyfriend continued to still make my life worse and stalk me in a bunch of ways. But whatever. Flaws. Funny enough, he actually reached out to me yesterday. Shit happens. I will say this. I love people so much, even though they disgust me. And it takes a while for me to truly be disgusted with somebody. Like my ex Morgan, the one with the cop family. Yeah, I don't care about him anymore. With JC, the dude whose family, like, hopefully won't get taken by ICE sometime, and who probably doesn't really give a fuck if I live or die, only if I can do something for him emotionally or physically. And I'll put it this way, whatever happens to him, I hope he comes out the other end alive, but I also don't really care what happens to him. Because it's like I've been around his life for years. Like, fucking mid-pandemic, we got back in contact, and I've known him since high school. If he's not going to take any of my advice and not value me and love me, it's like, okay, enjoy your fucked up, shitty, stupid, fucking baka life. Not my issue, you know what I mean? What the fuck was that? Sorry, that was super weird. Someone was looking in my window. That's strange as fuck. Huh. Anyway, well, whatever. I don't care. Bald guy, beard, glasses, ugly. What was I saying? I don't know, but I'm slaying. Oh my god, this is the beauty of cocoa butter. I'm so pretty. Shiny. I'm shiny. I am shiny. I look like those fucking paintings that Japanese dude made of those like hot metal robot women in the 80s. Oh yeah, look at those collarbones. Cheekbones, bones. Sorry, I had a bunch of strawberry fancy today. Well, I'm not sorry. I'm happy. Well, I'm a little sorry. No, I'm not. What was I saying? Oh yeah, I'm not that bad of a person. I can tell I could be a lot worse. I could be evil. But I choose not to be evil because deep down I know in my spirit I want to see people grow and change and be loved. These niggas suck though. So sometimes you do have to just be like, alright, fuck you nigga. Stop talking to me about that girl. You know you're gonna stay with her. You've been talking about her for a whole fucking year. I'm leaving. Bitch, don't you ever fucking bother me again. And then you distance for a month, you let their life fall apart, and then they come to you and they'll be like, Tamir, you're right, I'm sorry. I went back to AA and I have 2 therapists now, and you were actually truly right all along about all my insecurities. And it's like, there we go, thank you, buddy. And then that usually is how me and this one guy keep becoming friends again. He's not that good of a friend, but he has like every once in a while, like a cool once in a blue moon moment where I get invited to a cool event, or he does something very thoughtful or motivational and is sweet. So, But I know I deserve better, so that's why I'm no longer relying on him and seeing him as a total friend either, because he's got his flaws and some of them are bad. Excuse me. Plus, I have to remind myself not to see certain lovers on a pedestal, because if I think that all these other people who I have crushes on are totally innocent human beings, it just makes it like, nah, they aren't. Because guess what? The nigga I was falling for recently, he moved on to someone else quick as fuck. But deep down, I already kind of knew that it's like, okay, they're the type of person who cannot handle being alone and cannot handle any sort of emotional distress well. They're extremely emotionally immature, and they're just going to repeat the pattern of falling for them, making people fall for them, rejecting their own emotions, and then rinsing and repeating as they destroy every connection they have, especially themselves. And it's going to not fucking work out for them. So, you know what? It's a mercy that I was able to leave. Because then, because of that, I was able to meet so many more interesting people and throw myself into opportunities and have a lot of fun. And now I'm meeting this one person who seems very cute. Do I need them to be interested in me? Not truly. Not really. It'd be nice, but I'll put it this way. It's one of those things where it's like, okay, when do I rip off the band-aid that it's like, hi, I don't date monogamously, and I like people who have a shit ton of money, and or are willing to spend to an obscene extent. And I like fancy gemstones, and I have autism and some mental illnesses, definitely really bad ones, and I have a history of men being obsessed with me and me being obsessed with them, and stuff that I am prepared for if it ever gets, I don't know. I thought on it today. I was like, you know what, if I ever, like, if cancel culture really ever does try to come for me, I'm just, it's like, okay, yeah, I did that shit. It's kind of been well known about me that I am a nut job. You can see it in my eyes. You can see it in my smile. Da, 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 da. I love my eyes. I keep getting compliments on my eyes, so I'm feeling very happy about it. Look at it. Look at the eyes. And color. I keep forgetting I have green in my eyes. It's sexy. Ah, God bless. Sorry, I'm probably going to take a nap in a second. You can probably tell that I'm a little tired. But I will say this. Don't put other people on a pedestal. That's how you get restraining orders. And then you're gonna get extra hurt when you realize that they're just as flawed as you, if not fucking a million times worse. Some of these niggas, oh my god, they are nightmarish. Some of them didn't even deserve restraining order threats placed against me. Some of them deserve to have been blocked, like after the first date. Or, no, the second date. Good enough for a first, not good enough after the second. But I don't know. I'm not as flawed as I think. I'm still lovable. I'm still awesome. And also I'm beautiful and hot as fuck, so I can kind of get away with whatever I want. But that doesn't mean I'm just going to keep being evil. It means I'm going to work on things and set boundaries and limits. Funny enough, that's why me and that friend had a falling out. The one who I had feelings for recently with the rings and the, you know what, like, they were codependent on me, and I could tell I was on them, and I just asked for a day of space. A day of space. That's all I asked for. And they were out here starving themselves and having night terrors and shit because they thought I was going to abandon them. And it's like, oh, I hate to admit it, that does get the pussy wet, but it's like, no, darling, I'm still here. But, like, because I didn't get space, my feelings didn't go away, and when my feelings don't go away, I get all Joel Goldberg from you on motherfuckers. So I had to take another day of space, and they couldn't handle that. And shit happened. So just fuck them. I tried my best. I tried to communicate. Sometimes people aren't worth it, you know? And something so sad is like, I guess I know the disappointment of like finding out the person you thought you loved is someone else. So I'm worried about doing that to someone. Like that someone could potentially see me and be like, what an amazing, beautiful, wholesome woman. Look at her. She helps out at comedy shows. She helps out at charities and volunteer events and makes art and paints. And she's so pretty and she smells nice and she's great, blah, blah, blah. And then what if they find out she's really like the nigga from the Creep movies, or the Creep tapes if you like the TV show more? What if they find out that I'm like Daniela from Haunting Ground? What if they find out that I am nuts? That if you take off this pretty wig and this lip gloss and these earrings, and if you wash off the lotion and the shiny little fucking Wet n Wild Focus Primer, this is not an ad, it's just, but it is really good. I love this shit. Are they like, you know, how are they gonna react? The answer is I will love myself enough to know that I am truly lovable. My friend, the one who I got feelings for, I think they really did reciprocate feelings for me. But they told me, and I remember how stressed they were, because they were on Discord when they told me on the call. And they were physically scared not only to tell me how bad things got for them when we didn't talk for like a single fucking day, but they also told me, like, through like gritted teeth and kind of hyperventilating and shit, as if they wanted to tell me so bad how they truly felt but couldn't because they knew the consequences. They just were like, it's not that it's not that I don't, it's just that I can't, I just can't, because I made the same mistakes before and I'm broken. And they told me about how they see themselves as broken and damaged from their relationship trauma. I understand that, but I think that's pussy. Now, did I think I was broken as I was with them? Yes, I thought to myself, I am psychotic. In a way that you will be scared to hear about. But at the same time, I still thought to myself, I wasn't going to date them not because I thought I was broken, just because I thought to myself, we both need to grow. Because if someone really wants to, they will. They will go, I'm going to make the effort to change. I'm going to go to therapy. I'm going to draft out a plan. We're going to set boundaries and set like dates to specifically like meet and talk and call so that everything can work perfectly and be simpatico. But they weren't that tight. And I still love them. I still do. I'm so sad about things with them, but shit goes on. I'll forget about them. No, like, you know, we are both very similar types of people, so it's not shocking too hard what they did. A little bit at first, but it's like, I would do the same shit in their shoes. If I wasn't banned on Bumble and stuff for being psychotic, and if I had Reddit on my phone, I would definitely be out here forgetting all about them with some shiny new sexy bisexual man with money and a fat ass. So, I get it. I shouldn't hold a grudge. Or at least I'll try. Oh, I can't hold a grudge. Let's not. So sad though. Oh yeah, but I guess it's good that I like myself enough where even if I date someone, you know what? I guess the thing about me is that even if I'm dating someone and I think to myself, this person is so wholesome and pure and blah, 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 I will still try. Doesn't matter what the fuck I did to someone else. Doesn't matter what I'll do to anybody else. What matters is, am I trying to make myself happy? Am I trying to be a good person? Because when I truly am with the right people, you'll see me like springing out of bed first thing in the morning, cleaning every fucking surface, smiling in the streets, birds singing to me, dancing around, hyping people up. I'm truly, I love, I do. And I love people so much. And even if someone's flawed, I implore them to be themselves, or at least honest around me, because it would show me that they love themselves too. Plenty of dynamics I've had with people last year especially, or the last few years, fucked up because someone didn't want to be honest with me, or vulnerable, or expressive, or anything. Unlike me, some shit I've done is scary, but I'll still talk about it. Like hell, even some of the more fucking terrifying shit that I have never posted about on the internet out of fear of retaliation or digital footprint, guess what? I've told people about it and they have still actively decided to be my friend, invite me to places, see me, talk to me, feel me. Because for the right people, you're never too much. And I need to remember to that myself. It's like, yeah, okay, yeah, you punched niggas in the face. Yeah, you kicked that nigga in the face. Yeah, you made his nose bleed. Yeah, you spat on that nigga. Yeah, you spat on that other nigga. Yeah, you spat on that other nigga too. Damn, girl. Yeah, you put 2 holes in that nigga's wall. You did this, you did that. And also, in advance, I'm sorry, but am I? Well, I'm sorry enough to the people watching this. To the niggas, that's a different story. Sorry. But yeah, fuck some of them. But I haven't done that in ages. And I truly believe in high priority communication, anger management, like breathing in, breathing out, chakra alignment, time apart, healthily spent. If something's codependent, I'll try to be like, hey, we need a little space, I love you, and we can work it out. So I guess what I'm trying to say is, as long as you're making steps to be the person you truly want to be, then I'd say you're as good as the person that you want to be, and you already are as good because you're trying. So just keep trying, and love yourself enough to know that you're lovable, and someone that truly loves you will be okay with what you did, because either you aren't it anymore, or if they truly are okay with you being it permanently, then cool. Like, yeah, you're still always going to be lovable to people who either accept you for what you are, or like, if you choose to change, you can also be a magnet to people who will love whoever you want and try to be, okay? So try your best to be good. Or bad. Bye. Mwah. Bye. Oh, look at me, I'm so pretty. Mwah. I love my eyes.